World of invented movie languages, the ones that didn't exist until filmmakers created them from scratch. 1. Minionese. Despicable Me. Let's start with the funniest one, Minionese. This chaotic mix of English, Spanish, French, Italian, and even random sounds was designed to feel silly and universally funny. Words like banana, bellow, or papoy became iconic because they sound familiar, but not quite real. Minionese, the secret behind the Minions' funny language. 2-minute script. The Minions don't just speak random nonsense. They actually speak a real, carefully designed fictional language called Minionese. It sounds chaotic, silly, and impossible to understand, but there's a surprising amount of structure behind it. Minionese was created by the directors Pierre Coffin and Chris Renaud. They wanted the Minions to sound expressive and universal, a language that audiences everywhere could enjoy, no matter where they came from. So instead of inventing a full grammar system, they built Minionese using a mix of words from real languages. Minionese includes vocabulary from English, like bapple for apple, Spanish, like para tu, French, Coffin's native language, Italian, Japanese, Hindi, and even random food names like banana, gelato, and potato. This language may seem ridiculous to some, but it has attracted the world's attention, despite being one of the most difficult languages for movies. Na'vi, Avatar. James Cameron didn't just imagine the Na'vi people. He hired a linguist to create a fully functional language. Na'vi has real grammar, rules, prefixes, suffixes, and over 1,000 vocabulary words. One of the most famous lines is, "Well ngati kame," which means, "I see you." Na'vi is the constructed language, or conlang, spoken by the indigenous Na'vi people in James Cameron's 2009 film Avatar and its sequels. It was created by linguist Dr. Paul Frommer, who was hired by Cameron to develop a language that was alien but still learnable and pronounceable by human actors. How was Na'vi created? Dr. Paul Frommer, a professor at USC and a specialist in linguistics, developed the language starting in 2005. James Cameron wanted a completely functional language, not just gibberish, with consistent grammar and structure. Frommer built a complex system of phonology, sound system, morphology, word structure, and syntax, sentence structure. Na'vi alphabet and sounds. Na'vi uses the Latin alphabet with some special pronunciation. It contains 13 consonants, 7 vowels, and a few unique sounds like ng at the beginning of a word and kx, a harsh ejective sound. Example words: Awa, the deity of the Na'vi; Toruk, the large dragon-like creature. Grammar rules. Na'vi grammar includes cases, like in Latin, nominative, genitive, dative, etc. Free word order, meaning word position in a sentence is flexible, thanks to suffixes that show who's doing what. Verb infixes. Verbs change meaning by adding syllables inside the word, very rare in Earth languages. Pronouns are rich and varied. They distinguish inclusive versus exclusive we. Ngati kame equals I see you. Nga equals you, singular. O equals I. Dothraki, Game of Thrones. Created by language expert David Peterson, Dothraki has more than 3,000 words. It was designed to sound harsh, powerful, and tribal, matching the culture of the Dothraki warriors. A common greeting is Athkomar Komakea, meaning respect to you. Dothraki, the warrior language of Game of Thrones. More details. Dothraki is one of the most iconic fictional languages ever created for television, a full, functional language crafted to bring the nomadic horse lords of Game of Thrones to life. Who created it? Dothraki was developed by David J. Peterson, a professional linguist and language creator, conlanger, who also built Valyrian for the same series. HBO wanted something authentic, not random sounds, so Peterson built an entire linguistic system from scratch. How the language works. 1. Vocabulary. The Dothraki lexicon includes over 3,000 words, covering nature and landscapes, horses and war, very important in Dothraki culture, emotions, greetings, insults, weather, animals, weapons, daily life. Because Dothraki culture revolves around horses, there are dozens of words related to horses and riding, similar to how real nomadic cultures have rich vocabulary for what they value most. The Black Speech, Lord of the Rings. This is the dark language created by Sauron. The Black Speech, Sauron's dark language. The Black Speech is one of the most chilling fictional languages ever created, not because of how it sounds, but because of what it represents. It is the language of Sauron, the Dark Lord, and it was designed to embody his power, cruelty, and domination over Middle-earth. Who created it? In the real world, J.R.R. Tolkien, a professor of linguistics at Oxford, invented the Black Speech. Tolkien purposely designed it to sound harsh, brutal, and industrial, the complete opposite of the beautiful Elvish languages like Quenya and Sindarin. In the story, Sauron created it as the official language of evil, a tool to unify and control all the forces of darkness. The purpose of the language. Klingon, the warrior language of Star Trek. Full details. Klingon is one of the most famous and fully developed fictional languages ever created. Unlike many movie languages that exist only for a few words, Klingon has become a real, spoken language with grammar, vocabulary, and even native-like speakers. Who created Klingon? Klingon was created by Mark Okrand, an American linguist. He was hired by Star Trek producers in the 1980s. His goal? Invent a language that sounds alien but is still learnable by actors. Okrand purposely designed Klingon to feel harsh, aggressive, strong, uncomfortable to pronounce because it reflects the Klingon species. Fierce intergalactic warriors. How does Klingon sound? Klingon is known for harsh consonants, deep throat sounds, sudden stops, very sharp pronunciation. Example words: kapla, success; nuke, what do you want, used as a greeting, till ingen, whole, Klingon language. Even the writing looks alien. It uses a special script called PAD. If you enjoyed today's idea, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss new content. And if you have new video ideas or any cool topics you want me to cover, feel free to share them in the comments. I always love hearing your suggestions. Also, out of 10. Drop your rating below, and I'll see you in the next one.